and then those are pulled up into the machine and into a hopper, and then it goes into a packer that packs the cotton into a nice big bale. From there, the bale is taken to the cotton gin for processing.
Once the cotton is harvested from the field, it's brought to a cotton gin. A gin is a specialized machine designed to separate the fibers from the seeds fast and efficiently.
Cotton ginning is a process that normally now occurs off farm. Years ago there were gins on farm, and there are still a few today, but not very many. And basically the farmer does not have anything he can sell until the fiber and the seed are separated. And so he harvests the cotton, he brings it off farm, mostly in cotton modules. So those are those big bread-shaped looking things, loaf of bread out in the field that hold anywhere from 12 to 15 bales worth of cotton. Here at the research lab we still use trailers. The seed cotton is brought in, whether it's in a module feeder, which is just basically a big set of cylinders, spike cylinders that turn and kind of chew their way through the module, and the seed cotton comes off into an airstream, or whether it's in like we do it here on a trailer with a suction pipe. You introduce it into an airstream, get the cotton open, the seed cotton open, and if it's too wet coming in, and sometimes it is, or particularly early on in the season, or if it's been raining, there are dryers that we have early on in the process to bring it down to the right moisture, somewhere around 5–6% moisture content, and we start taking out the trash. First thing we do is get the seed cotton open and take the trash out of the seed cotton as much as we can early on. Fiber and the seed are still together at this point. Once that's done, once the seed cotton has been conditioned, the trash, as much trash is taken out in what we call the overhead, or seed cotton cleaning, as we can. Then it comes into this ginning area. Seed cotton will come down this feeder apron into the machine. Now inside the machine, the cotton is brought into what's called a roll box. It's kind of captured, and there are saws that are turning in that roll box, and the saws pull the fiber through a slot that the seed can't go. So it's just a simple pulling process. Legend has it that Eli Whitney saw a cat trying to get a chicken out of a coop, and it just stuck its claws in and pulled out feathers. Whether that's true or not, nobody knows. Probably not. But anyway, it's that kind of an action. Fibers pulled through, the seed can't go. The seed drop out the bottom, the fiber goes out the back. The fiber then goes into saw-type lint cleaners, and the lint goes through those, and there are some saws that grab the lint, whip it over grid bars, and take out more trash. It's really an ore refining process when you think about it. You have the raw material coming in the module or the wagon, and as you refine it down, you separate out the impurities as you go through the process. Here, seed is an impurity, so you want to take that out. And then it goes into a bale press. And the bale presses, they're large pieces of equipment. They're sort of like a hay baler. They're just charges of the fiber comes in, and it's tramped down until you get about 500 pounds into a box. And then the boxes are rotated, and there's a large hydraulic press that will press it down into a bale. They're tied with metal ties. There's a fixed size of a bale tie. In this country, they're called universal density bales. There's a covering put on them, and they're sealed, and now the farmer has something he can sell. Up to this point, he did not, but then once it's in the bale, the farmer then has a commodity he can sell.
After the ginning process, the cotton bales are sent out to manufacturers, but there's still a lot of work to be done before the cotton is made into jeans and sold at your local retailer.
The very beginning of our denim manufacturing process begins with a bale opening. After the cotton is ginned and taken to our warehouses, the cotton or the cotton bales come back to us in the form of blends of 32 bales that have been selected because combined they will maximize yarn strength. With that raw cotton, there are 3 things that we have to do before we can make yarn. The first thing that we have to do is we have to start blending that cotton, because it's that combination of those 32 bales that is going to give us that really strong yarn. The second thing we want to do is we want to start removing all those little bits of trash and leaf and bark that are left in that cotton. And then the third thing that we want to do is we want to start paralleling the fibers. We want to make sure that all of those fibers are facing the same direction so that then they can be spun into yarn. So once we enter into the yarn mill, you see these machines that are called Uniflocs. They have an arm that's going to extend over these 32 bales. They're going to slowly eat away or consume these bales. And in doing so, they're beginning the blending process. They're eating a little bit of one bale, a little bit of another, and starting that blending process. Then all of this cotton is going to travel through some pipes and go into the cleaning process. We're going to push air through all of these fibers and start to shake out and loosen up all of that trash, all of that leaf and bark. Then we begin the process that is called carding. In this process, all of the cotton goes in through a machine that has a huge roller that is covered in all this wire or little teeth that's going to start combing out all of those fibers so that they're facing the same direction. Then we follow that with the process that's called drawing and finishing, which continues to parallel the fibers, continues to blend and continues to clean, and we end up with a cotton sliver, which is a rope-like form of cotton with fibers that are all combed out and facing in the same direction. So we're going to run those ropes through a bath of this synthetic indigo. After that, we have the dyed rope, and we need to start preparing it for the weaving process. What that process entails is grabbing each one of those dyed yarns, putting it into a comb, and then wrapping it onto a beam, maintaining the integrity of every yarn. We're going to transfer that loom beam into the weave room, and on the loom you're going to see as those blue yarns go into the loom, and then you can see that white filling come across. What makes denim or jeans so characteristic is that combination of those blue and white yarns. That's why the warp or the vertical yarns are going to be blue and the filling is going to be white. So it's that combination that gives you that speckled blue and white look that is so characteristic of denim. Cotton naturally is a fabric that tends to shrink a lot. So in the finishing process, we are going to mechanically pre-shrink both the warp of the fabric and the filling of the fabric. And once we have completed the pre-shrinking, then we do our quality inspection. We make sure that the product that we're going to send out to our customers, that it doesn't exceed rules for major and minor defects, and then we're going to cut it into smaller size rolls. The vast majority of our fabric gets shipped to Latin America and the Caribbean to be cut and sewn, and then returns to the United States to be sold on the shelves.
Cotton is a comfortable and natural fabric, which makes for the perfect t-shirt, and how it's used is as diverse as the people who wear it.
I would bet about 40% of what we sell is cotton. And a big part of what we sell here, because of the lifestyle that we lead in the Southwest, are t-shirts and jeans. And that is something that is America's wardrobe. Jeans are something that for many years in the United States people have worn for many different purposes. They are worn to work, they are worn to play, and now they are a big part of fashion. Cotton is a very good selling point. Our customers love to hear that something is 100% cotton. There's just something about that makes them really happy about the product, because they know that they're going to be comfortable and that they're going to have an easy time with their product and be able to wear it for a long time. All the lines that we sell that are cotton, about 90% of it is made in the United States, and that's something that we're very proud of.
Cotton is not just for fabric. It's used for cosmetic items like cotton balls and swabs. Cottonseed oil and even cattle feed are ways that cotton byproducts are used.
They found hundreds of ways to use cotton. We think of it in our blue jeans and our shirts, but if you think about it, you see it on the end of your Q-tip, you see it in cotton balls. Byproducts are incorporated into all sorts of things, and producers have found ways to utilize the rest of the plant as well.
Obviously, the main product that we're interested in when we produce cotton is the fiber. So I'm wearing a cotton shirt today. You know, it's one of the most important textiles in the United States, or it has been over history. But there's other components to that cotton plant that need to be utilized, specifically the cotton seed. We can feed whole cotton seed to livestock. Now that cotton seed is going to be high in protein, it's going to be high in fiber, and it's going to be high in fat. And so those whole cotton seeds typically go into the dairy industry because that's a good fit to boost the energy in those types of rations. So cotton is a very multifaceted plant. We think about cotton just being produced for textiles, but in fact there's other components there that we utilize for livestock operations.
There's cottonseed oil that a lot of the snack food companies use to fry their potato chips and other products. And it's one of those indelible products that's part of many more things in American culture than most folks realize.
When we want to wear comfortable clothing, we often go for our favorite t-shirt or jeans. But thanks to the hardworking farmers, gin operators, and fabric manufacturers, we can cozy up with our favorite cotton fabric anytime.
And all this fiber goes into making shirts and bedding, sheets, and all kinds of other products around the world. Cotton's extremely important.
The cotton industry in the United States, to me personally, is very important because all I wear is cotton. Polyester, I just can't really wear it. Even wool, I have a hard time. But the cotton is comfortable, particularly in the arid Southwest. In the climate we're in, it's really a very comfortable material.
My family's been growing cotton and been in the cotton business probably for 60 years or so here, and I've personally been growing cotton since 1980. It's you know, it's been a mainstay for some of these farms.
Farming is a lot of hard work, but it's a blessing to me because that's what I love to do.
It's ever evolving, from a cotton boll in a field to a bale at the gin, a roll of denim fabric, and then your favorite pair of jeans. Cotton's journey continues on wherever you may go.
Field Trip was made possible by the Cooperative Extension Service at New Mexico State University and by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Looks kind of like a starfish.
People always ask me if we make these holes in our denim fabric. No, we make pristine denim.
If you would like to purchase a copy of this program, please visit krwg.org.